Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Javi. Today is episode 2 of our Overland trailer build series. We are going to be working on our frame today. We are going to take these 24-foot sticks of metal and turn them into something useful. We're going to turn it into our frame with the tongue and everything. We have our measurements already written out of what we need to cut. It's good to have a plan so you know what you're doing. So we're going to get all these cut out, laid out, and then hopefully welded together. We are going to get this 2x2 square tubing cut for our frame. We do have our cuts measured out here. So we have our tongue at 156 inches, the back and front frame at 60.5, so 60.5. And then this is color coded per stick of what to cut so that we use the most. I'll put the price on the screen of how much I paid per stick of this 2x2 1/8 inch square tubing. Now I recommend if you have a couple metal places by you to call around, because this place I bought from was 50% cheaper than the other place I called. So I recommend you call around. But let's get started. I did say it's easier if you have your measurements already laid out for you, so follow along with me. Each color is a different stick to utilize the most of a 24-foot piece of metal. So we start off with our tongue, which is 13 feet or 156 inches. And then we also use the remaining pieces of this stick for our tongue supports at 62 inches. This leaves us with about 8 inches left over. Next up with our second 24-foot stick is our back frame at 60.5 inches, cut at a 45-degree angle. This way it butts up nicely against our side pieces and it will be completely sealed from all angles. You're going to want to measure this a bunch and then cut it right once. Measure twice, cut once, measure 3 times, cut once. Make sure you get this right because metal's expensive and you don't want to redo this. Now onto your side pieces. These are 96 inches long, both at that 45-degree angle. What I found worked best for me is cutting one perfectly, 96 inches at the right angle, and then stacking it on top of the next stick and getting them lined up, clamping them together so they're perfect, butting the blade up against the top piece, my freshly cut piece, and then sawing down together on both. This ended up giving them an exact carbon copy of each other, which is what we want. And lastly, on your 12-foot stick of metal, you want to take your back frame from that other cut you made. You're going to want to copy that over on this one for your front frame, your front rail of your frame. So you do the same thing, you line it up, you clamp it, you butt it up against this saw blade and make your cuts. That way you're getting exact copies of what you make and makes it so much easier on the next step. So excuse the wind noise, but we have pretty much our frame cut. We have our 2 side pieces here and here, left and right. We have our front and rear. Then we have tongue support number 1, which we'll have to manually cut that angle because I don't believe our saw can do as sharp of an angle we need. And then tongue support number 2 along with our tongue. We have all our pieces together. All we have to do is measure from corner to corner to see that they line up. And I know these do because I already measured it. We're at 113.5 inches. It's easier with 2 people, but you can manage with 1. And then we just take our square here, or an L if you're a Jets fan. And then we're just going to put it on the outside around this and square it up. So we have confirmed that this is all squared up. We're now going to take our grinder here with a flap disc and we're going to break this down to bare metal here on the seams. and that way we can tack weld this together. And once that's tack welded together, we're going to do our full tongue across all of it, and then once that's tacked together, we're going to cut our center brace out for our middle, well, center brace, and get that tack weld together. And then we're going to remeasure everything to make sure it's square, because if it's out of square, not square, however you want to say it, we are going to break it apart and do it all over again, because we want everything to be perfectly square. So we've grinded all our edges to be a clean, nice, perfect surface for welding. We've squared it back up and measured, and we're at 113.5, both corner to corner, corner to corner. So we are good to move on to welding. So let's get that going. Alright, so I've gotten all of it welded together, at least on one side. So let me show you. So we have these welds here. They're not pretty. Something's going on with my gas and the ball is not working right. But we have it welded before it started messing up. So this frame is, I'm going to consider one piece at the moment. And then I welded the inside of here. Hold on, turn this light on. I welded the inside of this because that's what I'm going to do on all four corners when I get to it. So I've run out of time today, but I'm going to mark the center line here of both our front and rear. We're going to grind that out so that we can get our center line on bare metal, not the mill scale. I did tack weld this piece here. That way I could put my ground clamp so I could leave everything squared up, and it worked really well. It's just a spare piece of metal I had laying around, but you can use any kind of metal, really. Our tongue is completely centered. We are 29 and 5/16 inch from the outside edge of this tube to our outside corners, but we are completely even all around. So we're going to weld this up. We're going to tack it, remeasure, and then if we're good to go, I'm going to weld the corners, and then we're going to cut our center brace, put that in, and maybe our supports for our floor. We're going to have two supports about halfway between the center brace and here, and vice versa. So let's get that going. So excuse my sweat and the noise of the welder, but our tongue is tacked incorrect. It's tacked correctly. It measures, we're about 1/32 of an inch different, and I don't think I'm going to get better than that, so we're going to leave it as is. So it is tacked and it's looking good. I'm going to get the inside corners welded up, and I actually have to give my camera a break because it's overheating because of how hot it is today. So I'll be back in just a minute. So we have welded our tongue fully. Not the prettiest, but it'll work. When we flip our entire frame over, because this is the bottom side, I will weld one more time here from this piece to this piece on the underside of here. That way there's at least 3 points of weld, just for security, you know. Can't hurt, so I'm going to do it anyway. Now to cut our center brace, so we're going to measure this out real quick and then cut it. We'll probably drop this frame back to the ground. We lift it up so we could use a clamp on our tongue. That way it's all perfectly flat and level. So our middle brace is in. It came out just to about 56 5/8, like a hair under that. So we have our center brace tacked to the middle, welded on the sides. Then we still have to do our corners here I'm about to do, and then our tongue supports, and then our structure frame is done. So we're gonna get going on that. I don't know what angle I'm gonna have to cut these yet, the support braces, but we're gonna get these corners done, at least so we can get this all squared up. Now we have our support braces, and we have to figure out this angle. So right now I have it elevated off the frame to overlap here, and I think I'm gonna come down here, measure where this meets, for instance, right there, and then I can mark that with a marker underneath, and then hopefully that will, I can cut that angle straight where this will line up right, and then I can just repeat it on this side so they're exactly even, so then that all welds up into this. So that's our plan. I don't think my saw can cut this angle that I'll need, but I'm gonna mark it out and we're gonna check anyway. Let's get into it. My plan here was to take these wood blocks on this backside and make sure that it's flush forward and back with my beam underneath, so it's not extending out. Then I want to take my tape measure and measure from the front of my tongue back to this point, which comes out to about 29 3/4 inches. The setup right here, this is clamped down here right at the edge, and then it's lined up down this line. I used 2 pieces of wood to make sure it doesn't overextend and it's flush. So I took my marker and went underneath like this. So we're gonna flip it over and see this cut and see if we can do it on our saw. Okay, so here's the deal. This is like a 128-degree angle or something. So this is the setup. I have it clamped down there. It's not very secure and it might get in the way, so we're gonna try it. And if it looks too sketchy, I'm gonna stop, but we have the right angle determined. So it's more of just, can we cut it straight and then do the exact same thing again. So let's find out. I'm out of time for the day, but this is it. They're cut pretty evenly. It makes a pretty good seal here. So I just have to obviously weld it up, and then it's done. The frame is done. So after that, we'll move on to suspension and axle and all that stuff. That way we can get this to be a rolling frame as quickly as possible. That way it's easy to move and all that jazz. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, grinded, and welded in just a minute. And just like that, our frame is welded. We do have more to weld once we flip this over, but for now, it is good. This cost in metal, I will put on the screen now how much feet this in total was and how much it cost per foot and in total, so you have a good idea. I will also throw all the measurements up for your tongue length, your side pieces, your frame as a whole. Your tongue supports, everything you need to build this to yourself. I'll put it up on the screen now, and I'll also give you a good shot of what it would be like if you were just doing this yourself. So that concludes episode 1. Come back next week. We are mounting our suspension and axle so we can go ahead and mount our tires and wheels and get this to be a rolling frame. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Subscribe to stay in the loop. Like the video if you liked it. Share it with 65 million people. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.